All for game number 2 of this best of 3, DK going up against IG. It is our lower bracket semi-final. The winner of this will have the honor of challenging the loser of LGD versus Na'Vi, which is our next game up here on the main stage. Of course, DK versus IG, man. We cast the first game. We're talking about DK being really, really strong after watching him play last night during the tournament. A lot of people might not have thought they would have what it takes to beat IG, but in the last game, they seem to be executing everything perfectly, and IG, couple of chinks in their armor.
Yeah, and I also think that DK's style matches up really nicely against IG with that. I said it a lot the last game, I'll say it again, the counter-initiation style, because IG, they want to go in, they want to start the fight, but DK are making it so hard for them because they have so many targets, they have to kind of go on at once. And IG, in that last game, didn't really have the team fight it took to go on against that Ravage, so it might be something they need to think about now. IG might need to get their hands on something like a Brewmaster, like an Enigma perhaps, so they have some team fight potential as well that can really just give them that big combo that they need to be able to go up against DK. Let's have a look at the draft right now. DK on the Radiant side now, so they have the first pick. I think they really took IG by surprise here. The bans coming out of IG are Lycan, Rubik, as well as Darkseer, and DK banned out the Broodmother again. Banning that out against FERRARI seems to be the new thing. Banning out Nature's Prophet as well as Naga Siren, and there goes the Enigma, so there we go. But the first pick for DK is going to be Invoker, and that's, I'm not sure IG saw that coming, because I think that's the first time DK has rated this hero as a first pick when they've had the first pick. I'm not sure, I could be wrong, but well, when you look at it, a lot of the other, the other real, if you will, very, very popular top-tier picks have been banned out, so that makes Invoker very strong in the pool. But IG now, they know, all right, we need to have this kind of team fight, so they get their hands on Enigma as well as Lone Druid. Good pushing power, good team fight, very solid carry for Joe. And also taking that Lone Druid means it's not open for DK. And that's what you always need to remember. When you're picking a hard carry against DK, it's one less for them to get. And I guess they want their hands on the Lone Druid right now because they know that if Burning gets that Anti-Mage, Lone Druid is very powerful against that. And they're going to get Morphling, which Lone Druid, to be fair, is also pretty good against. Has a high HP pool. It's hard to bring down. The shotgun doesn't cut it. And even if you shotgun Lone Druid, his real damage is on the bear. So if you shotgun the hero, the bear will still do damage. So the ethereal form doesn't really affect you in that sense.
It's also the fact, like Morphlings, they get the BKB and they feel they can just move around so freely. And you got to remember that Entangle, even after BKB, you can lose your maneuverability. Same with the Invoker. If he wants to get himself away, any kind of hero can get locked down by that Entangle. And you go for the percentage chance because it makes things happen. And then you've got Enigma who can make things happen. Right now, we've got happening people on IG.
Yeah, they've got some good heroes. They've got initiation again. It's what IG always wants to have. They want to have this kind of heroes that can really set it up and give them that opening that they're always looking for. And again, you've just got to say DK, with that Invoker, has one of the best counter-initiators in the game. That might be the reason they're first picking it as well over other heroes. Like IG last game, you saw them first picking Morphling. They still rated that one higher. DK, they want the Invoker. They're like, you can have the carry you want. Just let us have our team-fighting initiator and counter-initiator. And DK choosing not to get Chen. And I'm, oh, wow. Third pick Bounty Hunter for IG.
That's unusual. Maybe they're feeling a little bit more confident because we've already got 2 cores coming out from DK, but Bounty Hunter coming up as the third pick. Normally you pick him up as the last one because you've got options for your offlane heroes, and that's normally where the Chinese teams will run the Bounty Hunter. They want to throw him on the offlane, let him soak up some experience. He's very, very maneuverable, can jump in, can jump out all the time, and can find these harassments if he needs to as well. And going up against a Morphling lane of Burning, and as well as Chen's ability to come in through the jungle side, you need someone with that invis run out. But that now just means that, well, you already know Sentry Wards can be purchased for him, and it might even be a direct counter with a hero. We could see heroes like Slaughter coming up. Unfortunately for DK, there's no Rubik, so they can't steal the track ability, but DK have time to prepare.
Yeah, and you've got to say IG now, banning out that Tidehunter. They've had enough of this kind of style. If they can get to ban that in the second phase, they'll do it immediately, getting rid of one of DK's big team fight heroes. DK again, banning out that Templar Assassin that they don't want FERRARI to get his hands on, because FERRARI is still open in this pool. They haven't picked his hero yet.
That's true.
I'm expecting Joe to go on that Lone Druid, and YYF is very well known for his Bounty Hunter. He is, in my opinion, probably the best Bounty Hunter player in the world, because the way he plays offlane, he's so good at going into, whenever the enemies are pulling or wooding a hero or whatever like Chen, he gets in there, steals that creep. Like, it gives you flashbacks to Warcraft 3 when the Blade Master hero would just go in with Windwalk and steal that last hit on the neutral camp that you would be farming in that game. I mean, that's kind of what Bounty Hunter can do. That's a similar thing here. And it's worrying for Chen, because Chen, when he's wooding, he has himself into the creep, doesn't really have any nuke to ensure that he gets the creep, and YOF can easily steal that, leech some XP down there, and just a level 2 Bounty Hunter, just level 2 with Windwalk, as well as the Janata, can easily set up a kill in mid, because it's a slow, he comes in from behind, does bonus damage, and can do a lot of hits in that melee range, unless the mid hero for DK is something like, for example, the Morphling. But we're expecting them to throw the Invoker there, I think.
We are expecting him to do that, because Invoker, he can play the safe lane as well. It probably just depends on how secure they want that Invoker to be. Like, you've got to try and secure some early farm, and more importantly, secure the early levels onto the Invoker. But do you want to have Burning having all the space in the world, or do you want him out there on the front lines? He still does a pretty damn good job of farming anywhere you put him on the map. So running him in the mid lane, you probably still need an extra supporter for that one. But at this point, we do still need to see one more support come out from DK, plus one more core hero. And it looks like IG, they're just removing off the off-lane hero now, so Windrunner's taken out, as well as the Tide, which you already said before, and Tinker being removed. DK, all they could ban right now, they can't ban every support out for IG. Like, there's so much options, and Venomance is also still on the pool here for IG if they want to really combo that one up. But they just said, you know what, we'll ban up against Ferrari. We'll just try and shut down his key heroes, so TA, Tinker, remove those little guys out, and what's it going to be left with? Queen of Pain. For them, that's not too bad, because Morphling will enjoy doing the damage, the burst damage from Queen of Pain. That's what Chen's for. Hand of God as well as Mech. You can get that life back straight away and keep on fighting. And Beastmaster will be the pickup here for DK, so that'll be their off lane. A little bit harder to play him on the off lane to do the Ancient stack. Maybe it can function for them, but I'm pretty sure IG are going to be putting wards up there and really making it tough for him. Yeah,
they've got to try to prevent this Beastmaster from getting fast level 6. It's always what you're looking for as Beastmaster. It's that big roar to get that up as fast as possible, and the Ancient stack has really been the... When that was discovered, that was just the thing to do with Beastmasters. Throw him offlane, get a Soul Ring, farm that Ancient stack with 4 or 5 stacks on that.
And then all of a sudden I got 3 extra levels.
And suddenly you just got that level 6, but doesn't surprise me the least that DK is getting this hero. It's what I was talking about in the last game that they do with the Windrunner too. That the offlaner they run, they love to have it being a hero with that counter initiation or initiation stun. And when Windrunner's out of the pool, there is the Beastmaster that ROTK can take. Excellent hero as well to have against Enigma. When Enigma gets that Black Hole BKB combo up, where you BKB go in to drop the Black Hole, they still have a breaker. Raw goes through with that stun, so they have a breaker against Enigma. And it's really been the story of this tournament. When Enigma has been picked, there's almost never been a counter pick to Enigma's ultimate, and you just used to always have like Vengeful Spirit. Whenever the other team picked Enigma, instant Venge, get the swap, so you always have that long-range breaker for Black Hole. But now DK have it in the shape of a Beastmaster, and we might even actually see them pick up the Venge, because then they have the double aura, Beastmaster Venge, double aura for the Morphling, and there we go. Vengeful Spirit is going to be the last pick coming out of DK here. Excellent to have another stun against the melee hero, Bounty Hunter here as well, who will have to go in. And he needs to be very cautious with how he plays, because any of these stuns from DK followed by a waveform, he will instantly melt in this fight. And who is there really to back him up when he goes in? They don't have anything. There we go. That's the reliable stun that I was looking for. They need some sort of initiation. Tuan will be taking up that Shadow Shaman. And Queen of Pain for Ferrari, like you said, is probably the hero he's going to play with all the other ones banned out. So the lineups are finished. Players are picking their heroes, and I've got to say, I'm loving the draft for both sides here. It's going to be a really exciting game. The question is, again, can IG find their openings?
Yeah, if they can find their openings, and if they can execute it properly, they've got to shut down, as you said, the VS as well as the Beastmaster. If that Black Hole catches those two heroes, then DK are in a lot of trouble. But DK, they're no mugs. They're going to know, you know what? We've got to keep these two heroes at the side. If a team fight's coming, if IG are pushing for a team fight, then we've got to get these two heroes on the outside of the lines. But that means that Super, as well as Burning, got to put themselves in a position of risk. It could be them then getting nuked off. It could be Chen getting shut down. This could be the problem that will be facing them. Because IG, you've still got that bare initiation, and this for me is going to be that watch that percentage chance, because if there's an entangle, and then DK have to respond because their Morphling is entangled and locked in position, or the Invoker's entangled and locked in position, how are you supposed to deal with that then? Does Beastmaster then have to jump in? Does he let off the roar early on to try and give a little bit of space? This is all going to come down to big decisions. Who you initiate on, where you initiate on, do you get the positioning, do you get the early start and get the items you need as well? Where's those blink daggers? Where's the rest of it?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, this one is going to come down to the early fights, I feel, because like DK, in comparison to the last game, they don't have that big Ravage to help them set up the fights. There's a lot of pressure on Invoker in this game to be that team fighter for them, because arguably he's the only real team fight hero DK have got. So this is a very, very different game for them. They've got excellent single target with Beastmaster and Vengeful Spirit, of course, and let's run over the heroes. We'll have Zippo on that support Vengeful Spirit. We've got Super playing as that Invoker again, did an excellent job last game. Burning, hard carry, no big surprise, they will be taking the Morphling. We've got Long DD on his Chen. He always plays that when DK gets their hands on. And finally, offlane, ROTK on that Beastmaster. Who in the audience would like to see DK take this one 2-0? I guess a lot of people are cheering for a third game. No big surprise there, and you run over the IG for them.
Yeah, for the guys over on IG, YYF will be taking up that Bounty Hunter. He's already checking out Burning on the bot lane in towards that middle lane. Ferrari 4-3-0. We'll be doing the Queen of Pain for that. Faith already getting one conversion to help him out. He is going to go back to base, get a little bit of mana, so he can go into a jungle as the Enigma up on towards our top lane. Sean will be our support. Shadow Shaman always going that first level in the Ether Shock. That's basically easy harassment. In fact, he's going a long way up, and there's that Ancient Ward already blocking that off. They do not want this Beastmaster getting easy levels. Joe, he'll be up in the top lane as our final player as the lone druid, but he's already helping out the bottom lane. That Bear's pulled the Radiant Creep Wave down. Zippo looks like he's already thrown out one magic missile, so that's going to be one extra clarity he'll have to pop off for really no big reward. You're not going to bring down that Bear very early on, and he'll regen easy enough over time. But YYF, this is an easy level 2 for him now.
Yeah, and with IG introduced, I'd like to hear some noise. Who wants to see this one go to a third? Who's cheering for IG? Looks like it's 50-50.
Just wait to see who wants to. It's like, dude, do we want DK playing Na'Vi, or do we want IG playing Na'Vi, or will it all be up against LGD and keep the lower bracket fully Chinese for these last games? Yeah,
obviously we've got LGD as the big favorites for the next one with the 17-0 for now. I can't wait to see that game, by the way. LGD versus Na'Vi is going to be an absolute beast. But let's have a look now at the lanes. Like you said, Joe up on that top lane, still using his Bear down on the bottom to help out YYF. And until he gets level 3 on that Lone Druid, he can't use the return ability. The Bear gets that when it's level 2, so it's kind of stuck down here for the moment. But he got YYF effectively pretty much 2 levels here, so that's well worth it for them. And Burning this time on the Morphling. You see, this is like DK's recipe. They have Morphling this time, who we've seen a lot of teams run solo mid, but Burning is easy lane. That's just how it is. Even if he has a good solo mid carry like Morphling, they still throw him down here and guard him up. And have Super play that mid with the Invoker against Queen of Pain, which is a pretty fair matchup for him. It's a very even lane. Right now, Super is winning the lane in terms of farm, so he's got a good start. By 2 CS at 2 minutes against Queen of Pain. And top lane, yeah, well, there's not much for ROTK to get. But he's actually still managed to get 1.5 levels up here, which is rather impressive considering what he's up against.
I like what Long DD's managed to do. He's got himself a nice little double stack on the side, and he'll use the Tornado or farm it up in a moment. But yeah, there it starts setting up. And, well, I don't think that was intentional. He got the aggro of the creep wave. It's going to kill off his Wilkin. So, yeah, he actually gets no farm whatsoever from that one. Has to steal a new one out. And so just a little bit of a misplay there coming out by Long DD. Not going to give him that early farm that he really wanted. He'll get it eventually. It's just a little bit slower.
Yeah, you need to be careful not to put the Wildkin too close to the camp so that you get that creep aggro. And now he's done it right. Will farm this spawn up with the Tornado. It's arguably the most effective way to level a Chen out of all, to do it this way. Double spawn or triple spawn one of the big camps and then use that Tornado from the Wildkin War Chief. Does a lot of damage. There we go, almost level 3 for Long DD now. He would have been level 3 with the other Wildkin, but he had to kind of, yeah, he had to steal a new one because of his mistake here. Looking at farm, Joe and Burning completely tied, and Enigma, of course, getting very good farm, arguably the fastest Wooder in the game after Lycan.
It's like Ferrari as well as Super having a little bit of fun against each other. I'm really to see how this top lane's going to go now that Joe pulls his Bear back towards the top lane. They can harass down ROTK, who's been sitting on very low life. Chom's been doing a great job of locking him in play. Able to get that shock off, and maybe even a shackle if he comes in too close. That Bear not up to entangle level just yet, but give him a little bit of a moment. And there's Joe recreating, realizing he took a lot of damage from that bottom lane when he was pulling before. And now the shackle, maybe with a couple of right clicks, Face going to come in as well. Shock as well, not enough damage, but Joe, he's going to dive it down. One last right click might be enough. One HP! The Bear can't get it. Joe wants to be in range, and the right click will get it. Man!
I think that's the first time in the tournament I see somebody on 1 HP. If he would have got away from that, man, that would have been so painful for Joe, but has the boots and does catch up quickly.
YYF got to be really cautious on this bot lane. Dust is all being carried there by Long DD. then he's in a lot of trouble. I think Joe's still having a little bit more fun with ROTK, keeping him off the tower. In fact, we will see the glyph pop off, and that'll push DK back, push IG back on the top lane. But they've already done their damage. At the same time, DK is doing good damage on the bot lane.
Yeah, they'll actually take it. See who gets the last hit. Haha, just kidding, of course it's burning.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Snap.
And he's got 1500, so that's his power treads if he wants to run them early on this easy lane. Which it most likely is. You generally don't necessarily want to run a bottle if it's with easy lane morphling, but it looks like it is going to be Burning's choice in this game as well. You don't have to in the same way because you don't need to do that rune control, but it looks like Burning will be running Ring of Aquila, Boots of Speed, as well as bottle as his first 3 items.
So that's going to be a little bit more aggressive up against YYF. I think you felt the harassment coming out by YYF as well. YYF just able to just jump in, jump out, and Burning jump straight on top of him, trying to bait out the extra 50 mana, and not to mention putting it on cooldown is the invis of YYF. And knowing he's going to have that bottle flying in anyway, pop off all the charges. And because you run the bottle, you just Agimorph yourself completely, and with 2 charges, you're almost back at full life again.
Yeah, Burning will be playing very aggressively on YYF down here. Of course, he is one-on-one, and he needs to use the advantage that his team has given him and not give YYF too much space, but YYF will always be able to claim the experience down here with that Bounty Hunter on one-on-one. And there's something very special about this game, you've got to say. We generally see when there's like a Beastmaster offlane and a Bounty Hunter offlane, they're really being held down. But in this game, both of the offlaners getting very good experience. Beastmaster almost level, he's actually level 5 now at 6 minutes, and so is the Bounty Hunter.
Prepare yourself for top right now, man. Tier 1 tower does go down. TV support, there goes Zippo as well as Long DD. They're coming in from behind, and Sean wants to take it himself. He is getting a stun up. Zippo on low life conversions, focusing him down, and Sean low life. The Malva stun. Long DD able to get one last right click out. Zippo, he's still hiding inside the jungle. What a hell super as well as Ferrari 430 now fighting on top of the top rune. Then Ferrari knows he's here. Will he get the ulti? No, he does not. But he'll come back up again and get an easy kill on Zippo. One last screen by Ferrari, picking off the retreating VS. Yeah. Now 3 for 1.
Excellent play by IG right here. There's 2 very important details to note about this fight. Vengeful Spirit, they come in from behind. There's 6 conversions ready when the fight starts, so they're doing massive damage on Vengeful when she opens up and can't really fully commit on the fight because of all that damage. And Chuan, while the Centaur is in the middle of the stomp animation, he hexes it with that level 1 hex from Shadow Shaman, and that stun doesn't come off. Now, oh, yeah, he's going to be just fine.
Thought Super might even have himself a cold snap up his sleeve for that one, but he didn't. He still had Ghost Walk.
But you've got to say, IG are really playing. They're playing full focus right now. Amazing fight for them, that last one.
Yeah, and they need to do fights like this, like we saw DK. Also, it was basically a walkover in the first game, but IG were not letting him walk easily. They were still niggling at the heels of DK, but in this game it really feels like IG. They can set their own tone instead of having to play to DK's drum.
Yeah, and with that Bounty Hunter now on level 6 with the track, we're going to have an opening here.
Shuri toss, the track still hasn't gone up yet. He's got to track it up. There's the Shackle going. He's saving up the mana. He can track one hero, but it's already Shadow Shaman going down. The initiation, well, the counter initiation from there from DK. Ferrari holding his ulti for that one. Bounty Hunter, he's still not tracking anybody. He's so low on mana, maybe that's the only reason he's holding it back. Well, they just didn't feel they're going to get that kill.
Yeah, I think he realized that to get that kill, he needed to use the mana on the Shuriken toss, so couldn't really throw the track out first. He knows that his mana pool isn't that big and needs to be a little cautious with how he throws his abilities around, but just excellent counter initiation from DK here. There's nothing against IG. There was a good opening they found. They looked like they were going to get that kill very easily, but DK just coming in. Long DD gets an excellent Centaur stomp, gets the kill with a Test of Faith as well, and that gave him his level 5. Always very important to get this level 5 on Chen for those 2 creeps. Of course, more importantly, the level 6, that big Hand of God is going to make a huge difference. Against a hero like Bounty Hunter, he wants to go around, get these sneaky kills where he just kills them off, but with Hand of God, it's going to be so much more difficult for him to find these kills around the map.
Yeah, he's hoping someone's going to try and jump on Sean on the bottom lane while they give him some levels. As IG, they're trying to bump the level 6s up. We already know Enigma, he's been in jungle for a lot of the time. Already having that soul ring. I have a black hole up to level 7, and what we got flying out for him as well. So he's finished up the headdress. So on the way towards that mech for his team. Super and Burning, now the 2 big heroes for DK, teaming up to go on the tier 1 tower in mid lane with the support of a tornado. It makes it so easy for them to do this. Replicates up already from Burning, so he can play a little bit more positional and have an extra invoker for IG to choose from. YYF, he wants to get back in there. Ferrari still trying to get rid of that Invoker Replicate, which is tanking up the town for now, which is giving so much time for the rest of DK to do some damage. Sean comes in, a little bit of a shock, gets rid of the DK's wave. So if IG, they can't get him out of the stun, maybe there'll be an opening. The track this time is now up on Burning. But there's a lot of support as he goes back up towards the high ground. 4 heroes from DK waiting in that mid lane. At the same time that Joe is still free farming up the top lane. We cannot forget about that lone druid.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm surprised DK are just staying around here. Okay, now they want to fight. Beastmaster level 6, YYF!
Rolls out on him, they go to Sentry to see him. Only just in range, and they're going to bring down this tier 1 tower. Fortification will slow them down. And they will take some damage on their tier 2 tower. Unless they go on defend, and there's a TP out already. Burning's on the way. You're waiting for that denial, weren't you?
That's about as close as you can get to deny right there. FERRARI almost stealing it from 5 heroes. But they do get the last hit. And actually, Burning didn't get it. It was Chen. Would you believe it?
As long as the last hit goes the way of DK.
Yeah, I think they're just happy it wasn't denied right then.
And for Chen, that's going to buff up his mech. He's already got 1.1k out of that jungle.
He's very close to it. He's got Headdress and 1k. So if he doesn't go for the Arcane Boots first build, we could look at an 11 or 12 minute mechanism here for long DD. And that spells trouble for IG. Because like you said, a lot of their early game damage is based on those Queen of Pain spells. And Chen can negate them with those 2 heals. And then who's really killing?
I was trying to work out where Chen was getting all of his money from, but to realize he's got 3 kills for 1 death. That's where he's getting his extra cash from. And hello, IG, they're making their move now. 4 men smoke.
Yeah, they're going to look to see if they can find Long DD or maybe Super down on that bottom lane. Super, of course, that Ghost Walker is going to be completely worthless against Track.
Yeah, but YYF's got to start with that Track. He can crit, but if he's not fast enough to get that Track off, now they're going to walk around. So there goes the crit, Track up as well. Nice quad volley right over Super and Long DD. 1 last blink and right click. In fact, might even need that. 2 right clicks, double kill for FERRARI. Gets stunned by the Centaur, leaving the jungle.
A little bit surprised on that one that they don't wait with the kill on Chen. YYF had Track up again after like 2 seconds, and this is a lot of gold they're missing out here. It's 150 bonus gold for Bounty Hunter and 50 gold for all the others if they had just waited those 3 seconds.
An extra 300 for that one.
Yeah, so that was actually a lot of gold they could have got for just waiting a few seconds there, and there was absolutely no way Chen was getting out, no way there was any support coming, so... But they probably just want to get the job done and get out of there as fast as possible and try to be effective on the map. Because every second counts when you're playing against this kind of lineup like DK has. They know that they need to make it happen all the time because Burning is getting big farm, and it's not only Burning this time, you know, he even has supports this time with auras for him to make him even stronger.
Yep.
The attack speed aura from Beastmaster not leveled up. The Inner Beast will be leveled up later on. Vengeful aura already 1 point up on that Vengeance aura, and Beastmaster, you've got to say these auras, they're very powerful on level 1. It's the first level of Inner Beast is 18% attack speed, scales up to 40. The Vengeance aura 12% on level 1, scales up to 36. So the first skill point is worth more than the other skill points along the way. So very good to get like 1 point in that early on. Would you look at that?
The triple stun from the neutral. Like, farming it should not be easy.
Like ROTK is standing next to that Centaur. I am helping. Just get stunned all 3. It's those funny plays with the neutrals.
Man, look at Joe as well. Or he did go not straight Radiance, but he is now 30 gold away from having that relic. However, it could now be a lot further away. Zippo, Magic Missile Stun's going to start. There's a waveform up. There's a stun. Joe's got a lot of life points for him to get through. War as well. TP support's going to be coming in. Enigma wants to have a crack right now. There goes the Black Hole. But VS, he doesn't have swap. Now the Entangle as well on ROTK. Joe is managing to live through this one, and maybe they'll keep on going. Malva Stun's already been used. Waveform away. Look for the Entangle. He's got to get a right click, and Zippo is being stalked by a bear right now, leaving on the top lane. Finally, the bear will leave it. But what a save, and they save Joe, and that's a big, big save. That's the relic. That's the relic they just saved.
That's the relic. Big play from Paith here. I think IG are going to feel a little sad that the TP support from FERRARI wasn't a bit faster there, because while that Black Hole was running, that Queen of Pain could have scored them 2 kills right there in that. I think at least one of them, perhaps not getting Burning, would have definitely taken down 1 kill, maybe even 2 with the chase with that blink. But like you say, the most important thing for them right there, they keep Joe alive, and a lot of time wasted for DK here with those heroes. Beastmaster will be down for a little while. Vengeful was up there as well.
Zippo.
And now,
YYF is having a bit of a wanderer around for him. He's going to pop that Ghost Walk again, and now they're going to come in. Sean starts off with a track, and there's a Shuri Toss already killing him. Now the wall's down. They've got a whole Burning in place, and the Quad Ultimate is going to be enough! Entangle even holds him there. 2 heroes lost to DK and IG. They save their main boy on the top lane, and then they hit back with 2.
Very, very big smoke play here, because it's not only the kill, it's probably also, perhaps not the tier 2 tower, but should do a good chunk of damage with that bear from Joe here. And are still hanging around to the side. Nobody else is really willing to commit. All right, they take half the tower roughly, and now they back out, knowing that Morphling is going to come back and everybody else is ready on the DK side. Mechanism now flying out for Chen, I think. Yeah. No? Actually, no. Why it... Oh, I guess Beastmaster is getting pipe. There's a headdress recipe on the Courier.
It's like Chen.
He's got double headdress on Chen.
He's obviously going mech as well as pipe, but he's just going double stack on an aura, which doesn't work.
This is obviously a misclick. This is horrible for DK.
So they don't have that burst to heal, and the Enigma's walking around with his mech.
Radiant's middle tower
long DD.
is under attack.
Not sure if it's intentional or not. Maybe
I am very, very sure this is not intentional.
Because those auras don't stack.
No, there's no stack. And of course he would want the mechanism, even if the aura stack. The 250 burst heal is one of the best items in the game for its cost. A lot of people would argue it is the best item for its cost. That's why you always see teams getting a mechanism and a pipe. Like 9 out of 10 games, those items are picked up because it is a 5-on-5 game, so 5-on-5 items are very powerful. Healing up your team or guarding them from magical damage is incredibly important. But this is a big blow to DK that he made this misclick, because that would have been a mechanism right now. That second headdress has the cost that the recipe would have, that he's lacking for that recipe. So that's going to delay the mech and probably prevent them from taking a fight. They're still going to do this, really?
They're going to try. Well, they didn't find a kill with their smoke. They still want to make something out of it. They're going to creep wave with them. YYF, he'll start off with a track, this time on Super. And Faith, he would love to. 9 seconds for that black hole to be up. Ferrari, 6 seconds on his ultimate. The timing is almost perfect for IG. Fortification will buy it. The war's now down by Chorn, and they want DK to hang around. It's not going to happen. They managed to track up the wrong thing. Managed to track up the replicant. And Ferrari, small screams to get rid of the creep wave so he can bottle up now. Really, so many tracks up. Now one on Zippo as well. Such big bonus money if IG is able to take this fight. I think DK going to realize this. They really want to force this. I don't know if they can take it. IG are waiting on top of the tier 2 tower. You can come in range for us. We've still got mass Serpent Wards and DK. They're going to wait for those Serpent Wards to wear off. And IG will know the second they want to rotate because of that track. The vision is there.
Yeah, Zippo already on the way back, so IG feeling confident, moving up a little bit on the lane now. YYF is going to come out as well. And moving into the dire woods now with this bounty hunter, looking to keep this track on and just always know what DK is up to. Oh wow, do they know this? There's a ping going out on the ground here.
I think they know that YYF made the move, and ROTK, they're looking so close to him.
And now IG. So you're going to leave mid? Tower for us?
Don't want to fight us? Hey, you guys don't have mech. Let's have a crack at the tier 1. Fortification now going to pop up from DK. TV support is going to come in. That's the Morphling coming in. Joe is on a really, really weird part of this. Chorn as well as YYF. Already lost a lot of mana here. Raw going out on Faith. No black hole by him as well. Great quality going to bring down Long DD as well as the Entangle Hand of God will pop up for a moment. Shadow Shaman buys back the game. Same as the Enigma. They still want to get in here. They've got to lock down Burning, who's now focusing on the Lone Druid. Big air stun, Magic Missile. Now the black hole holding Burning as well as Zippo. They need more damage. Burning's gone down. Zippo will follow. He tries to do a short swap, but not going to work. 4 down for DK, but did cost IG double buyback.
It's still totally worth it. Again, big play from Faith here. He's getting the black holes this game so far. 2 very good ones, and this is going to be Roshan as well, I think, for IG. They've got a big advantage now, knowing that Morphling is out for 20 seconds, knowing that Chen is back at base, and he sells the headdress and buys the mechanism now. Hopefully, yeah, there we go. That's the right item.
They're going to be really fast.
That fight, I swear, would have been very, very different with a mechanism on Long DD. This has really cost them a lot now, this one mistake. It's playing under this pressure. Just one misclick can mean a lot.
That it can, man. That it can. It means also a radiance at 18 minutes for Zhou. And he'll have a great time now on that bot lane as well as on multiple lanes wherever the bear wants to move to. I'm just wondering right now, like how far I got. Enigma not near Blink Dagger just yet. Ferrari, he's going to rush up Sheep Stick for him. And that's going to be more than likely for Morphling. Realizing that Morphling is going to go that shotgun. He's already got the Ghost Scepter up and sitting at 1.2k. So still a while off getting that real proper shotgun from Morph. In fact, that's Morphling Burning with 107 CS. How many deaths have he got to his name? It's 2 deaths with no kills to Burning. He might have the farm, but he's given it back again.
Yeah, he hasn't really found the same kind of kills that he did in the last game with his Morphling yet. So nil for 2-2 is is really not good looking for him right now. Wow, that was a bad phrase. But he is trying to get the farm up top here and is looking toward that shotgun. We should expect at least buying the Ghost Scepter first. It's very rare that you see people changing their minds and just keep picking up the Ghost Scepter and going for something else. With that shotgun, anybody who gets caught by that raw or vengeful stun will immediately get blown to pieces by by burning. Unless if it is the lone druid of Joe. They can't really take him down, but any other hero on the Dire side is very, very fragile. The most tanky one of them is Ferrari with 1,005 hit points. He will be blown to pieces. So it's going to be a very big item for Burning to pick up, but he's still 2k off it. And every fight, it just seems like Burning can't really commit. He gets caught in a black hole. He gets hexed by Chuan. He gets tracked up, so if they want to chase, they have the potential of catching him even with the waveform.
DK trying to get that tier 2 tower on bot lane. Sean with a shock as well as Radiance burn. The Tornado will only catch the bear for a moment, but DK want to keep going. Track now goes up on the Beastmaster, but the tier 2 tower goes down. And RG realize on the low ground they just have no advantage to really fight around with. So they have to let it go.
You just see how fast DK can push this with Chen creeps as well as Venge and Beastmaster Aura. Although those auras are only level 1, they're still making a big difference. 18% attack speed and 12% damage on all these creeps as well as heroes does a big difference. When you look at it, you know how good Vladimir's is as an item. It's 15% damage aura. That's almost what you get from a level 1 Vengeance aura from Vengeful Spirit. It's like having that Vladimir with you for the damage already. So very powerful ability indeed. And Vengeful Spirit is one of the support heroes that's really fallen out of favor. Has been picked very rarely. Used to be a key pick in almost any game, especially with Enigma in it. And I'm just glad to see that DK haven't forgotten about it.
Kind of interesting to see right now that Faith decided instead of going for the Blink Dagger, he buys up a gem. So wants to get rid of the vision of DK and might even just be looking for these sentry wards which are out from DK, which are hunting for the bounty hunter.
Yeah, they want to try to find YYF. He's not been getting that much. He's got 27 CS and only a drum and boots, and now
YYF not where he wants to go! The roar, the stun, the death, the bounty hunter. The sentry ward drops just the right time there from DK.
This is a very good kill because this might defend their bottom tier 1 or at least get the deny now for Super. I'm pretty sure they're going to get this deny without any trouble. There's just this siege creep now. They will all deny after this hit, I believe. We'll just destroy the siege creep first. There we go. That's the deny for Invoker. So that's a big pick-off because that went completely different than what IAG was hoping for. They wanted to get a track off, wanted to like push DK back a little bit and take a free tower, but that's not how it went down. Good awareness by DK and good preparation as well. And now, immediately going for more.
They want to move up. They want to find a kill. It's the same time.
Burning is burning right now. That bear doing a lot of damage with the Radiance, and he's actually TPing home.
He knows he needs to get out of that fight. And IG, there are 4 of them grouped up. We got smoke up on Sean, and he's going to pop it. So all 5 get caught inside the smoke, and Bounty Hunter also popping off that Shadow Walk, so he can scout for his team, so the dust doesn't pop. And they're looking at long DD. There's a swap. Starts up on Joe. Zippo to initiate. EMP Tornado. But the rest of the sport's coming in by DK. But will it get there in time? Joe's already dead. Now Sean blink up. Ferrari. Big oldie. Long DD. Will go down. No, he won't. Hand of God Plus making to keep him alive. Super. Now Black Hole catching up ROTK as well. Super as well. 2 down. And it will be also long DD. Only just TPing out in time. Burning not involved, as you said before. Went back to base. But 3-for-1 trade in the end.
Yeah, and Chen, even with those heals, he wasn't able to get up Vengeful Spirit in time. Just instant kill coming out of IG with the Ether Shock as well as Scream of Pain and Sonic Wave. Yeah, just immediately disintegrating that Vengeful Spirit, and that's what they need to do. If they get these burst kills, sure, they got the lone druid, but paying with it with 3 heroes for it is just not worth it. Even with Burning getting free farm, and wow, that Ethereal Blade's suddenly Ethereal Blade.
But Burning got like 2 minutes on farm, so Ethereal Blade now up for him.
And he's looking to push out top a bit. What's looking good for Burning right now is that the Dire side, if that Hex does not go on him, he's not really that scared of getting killed. The Hex is the real key ability. With Black Hole on cooldown, I don't see them bringing Burning down without hexing him first. Hex or Shackle. Shackle is very powerful as well, but it's only level 1, so that 2.5 channel might not be enough. So with Black Hole down, he can feel fairly safe on the map, especially with Vision on Chuan. He knows that he can farm these lanes up very, very far. He is, however, going to back off now. He's worried about them coming for him. And when he sees they're not defending this tower, this could be a hint of what's going on. And I think they realize what is indeed going on. DK gathering up already.
There's actually a ward which is watching close to the Roshan pit, but they haven't come in close enough, and there goes the greater boar. So yes, now they can 100% know what's going on, but it's too late. They haven't rotated yet, or is it?
This is going to be a close one.
Look at Ferrari, stands ground on the high.
No,
he's going to come in and try and pick up this Aegis. Well, they're going to give it to Joe. They give it to Joe. And Tornado will fly in, picks up the lone druid. Now track up on Super. Faith standing up on the high ground. No black hole for him this time around. But the EMP also not hitting properly this time around by Super.
And this is a very good play from IG, seeing this opening in the map and making quick work of Roshan. DK didn't have time to respond. And the top tower even still standing after that assault from burning 20 HP on that one, so that could be an easy deny for IG should they realize. I think it might be what Faith is going for right now in his Enigma. He's just going to farm the woods. Maybe they haven't realized it yet. They will find out. So big play for them to get this Aegis, and that just means the next fight with Joe having those 2 lives on his hero, on that lone druid. They can't really focus him now. It's what they've tried in these last couple of ganks, and even should they do it now, that's not even enough anymore. So
yep.
It's going to be very hard. Big pickup as well for Ferrari. He's definitely got his farm going as well. And Queen of Pain, 25 minutes side of Vice, Bottle, Wand, as well as an All Talisman. Good farm for him. He's 8 for 0, might I add, on that Queen of Pain. Has been doing tremendous work this game for IG.
Yeah, really, Ferrari, he's an amazing, amazing player. Loves the hunt.
Oh, that Hawk.
It just spotted the entire smoke.
Wow, wow, wow. If DK could set up for this, they could get a super fight.
They got to set up right, and they got to know where they're moving. The Bears going to keep pushing out the lanes, and IG, every time they've done it, they've gone straight down into the jungle, and that's exactly where they're moving this time. And they walk past a sentry ward off the side too. So now IG, they're doing a conga line, but everyone's seeing it, and they blink scream, but that ain't real.
Radiant's top tower
Morphling back up on the top lane. So smoke fails for IG. They know it as well. Everyone's gone from the jungle. They just farm quickly what they can, and using the gem, they did see those wards as they walk past as well. Kind of realize too, Faith walking around with that gem.
Yeah.
IG see all.
Yeah, and there's a TP top. I think this is a 9 for Joe. Boom. Burning not going to get that last hit. He's still getting a lot of farm now, and he's in a massive lead now. In the beginning, Lone Druid and Morphling had the same farm, but Burning, just showing why he is that famous for his hard carry play, gets a load of farm. But again, the reason Lone Druid has been dropping behind is because they've been accomplishing other things on the map. They've taken Roshan, they've taken towers, and meanwhile Burning has really been farming a lot. He needs to pay it back for his team right now, who have been tanking it up, so he could farm these 200 CS in 25 minutes. This Ethereal Blade needs to come into play right now.
Yeah, they need to start looking for these kills. Of course, you do look at the experience in Gold Graph, and 7,500 go in the way of IG as far as experience. Gold, about 6K as well. It's just DK not having the best control. Now Joe coming in. Looks for a hit.
He's in trouble.
Yeah, needs an entangle. Nice stun by the Centaur. Going to hold him out now, even with the EMP, forcing Joe off towards the side. He does lose all of his mana, and DK able to get out safely from this. But I don't think the creeps will be as lucky. In fact, there goes the replicate. And IG unable to find themselves a kill. The support was there.
At the same time, IG need to be careful on this push. Should there be a good Tornado EMP combo, I'm not sure Enigma will even have the mana. He's still going to have the mana for Black Hole right now. Mechanism already going off, so that's not available for IG in the fight. They have to use it to heal up their wave as well as heroes. That's an extra heal DK have up their sleeve now for this fight. Tornado, not really going to do much, and that's a tower.
Yep, tier 2 towers. The bear hasn't even stopped hitting it. IG, everything they were doing was just mere smoke and mirrors to DK. Do you think we're going to go? Do you think we're not going to go? And the bear, in the meantime, does the objective, and that's bring down the tier 2 tower. And hello, Mr. Boar, who will also take a fall. He's blocking the path. While instead of killing the boar, decides to let Faith do the job.
Well, we've got IG still grouping up. They're looking for more. They see Burning down on that bottom lane, so they know that there can only be 4 heroes in the mid right now. And if they can get a fast opener, Burning won't even have time to TP in for that defense. Super senses something happening. He will back off a bit right now, but Vent, there is the Bounty Hunter. He's hanging around. He might just drop a track right now to give them the safety of pushing this tower. And pings go out from Long DD. He has an idea why Wave might be here. Now they know he's there. Is there going to be a swap? Close to getting that swap for Zippo. That would have been a kill.
I'd be thinking
it's
about
another tower.
Yep. Bear goes down, they do have to recreate. The tower getting denied by Chen, able to use that EMP as the opening. Now the Hex up on ROTK with a big blast. Already the Beastmaster's down, Wobbling waves up, looking for Faith, he's on low life. There goes the Mega Burning, shackled up, Force staffing him away. And Zippo swaps as well, Burning out of Strength Bomb, 6 charge out. Will he escape? Maybe enough. Entangle is there. IG bring him down. Zippo is a long way from home, and Ferrari says here's an STD call. Gonna bring you down. It might be enough. Right click. 20. He ticks over. Now back in towards the mid lane. This is going to be IG looking for a ranks, but there's been buybacks. Beastmaster's already back up again. They might just let this one fly.
Yeah, very surprising to see Burning in that fight. Didn't use his Ethereal Blade. I feel like he might have been able to keep himself safe by getting himself Ethereal. Then all the spells were used.
Ferrari's in again. The Hex, the Track, the Scream. The Bear wants a hit. ROTK is low. Burning's in trouble. There goes the back out, and it's going to be Shadow Shaman going to go down first. You're right, Chuan getting called out a little bit further. And no matter for Faith, he wants this black hole back up again. He just cannot do it. The EMPs are causing too many issues. And it was actually the Beastmaster dying coming back in.
And I don't think IG can stay for this. They don't want to overstay their welcome. Burning is going to come back now with full array of spells. Now Long
maybe
DD.
Even yeah, pick up Long DD. That Bear's doing a lot of damage. Keep that burn going. Mag charge. Long DD's already dead. Ferrari jumps back out again. Getting ready to the burst damage. And Zippo called out too. Entangle Roots on him. He burns. And Lone Druid gets the kill. Zhou is being stunned up. Aegis the Immortal will keep him as well as his Bear back up again. But that Bear cannot be recreated. Now it goes down. And this will be the time for IG to fall back. Tornado. Jigen pick up. Oh, Ferrari caught. Burning wave. But very, very quick blink by the Queen of Pain. And Faith will try and TP out. I don't know if Burning's going to find him in time for adaptive. Nope, he's out.
Very good play. I really didn't think IG could stay and get that.
Bottom tower is under attack.
They do pay the Aegis for it, but it's probably worth it in the end. They got a lot of kills here, and the graph's dipping 10k now for IG. Very, very solid play by them.
Does it feel like the shoot's completely on the other foot right now? This is what DK was doing to IG in the last game.
Yeah, it's very much the same situation actually. It's just IG performing better in these team fights, getting the right focus out, finding the targets fast.
It's funny because we didn't really think that's going to happen when you got a Beastmaster and a VS, and you wouldn't ever think Enigma's going to get Black Hole, and funny enough, they're winning it without the Black Hole. Blink Dagger is now up for the Enigma, so we can be a little bit further out, but we just got to take into account, Faith, he's not part of that last fight. IG is still able to win it. If that Black Hole goes and Ferrari gets the combo out with him, I would assume a 5 wipe for nothing.
Yeah, if they get a good Black Hole in the enemy base, they're going to win the game. Hands down. They have a Lone Druid. They'll take 2 sides easily, 2 sides of Barracks. What's going to make it harder for them right now is that Burning is going to get his BKB up for the next fight. So the only thing stopping him is the Black Hole itself.
But it means no buyback for him if he buys it, and that's going to be risky. And looks like indeed. IG, are they going to rotate up?
But Burning will buy it because he still has cooldown and rebuy anyway. 2 minutes and 20 seconds before he can rebuy. And he knows this BKB is the biggest pickup for him right now. His problem when jumping into the fight is that Chuan is really on the button always. Gets that Hex off, gets the Shackle off. You saw the last fight, Burning tried to shotgun him down, but he gets shackled before he gets the final spell off. And that's just Chuan being really, really quick there and getting some big plays off this game with his Shadow Shaman. Has been doing excellently. He's 0-4 and 12, but those 12 assists have been consistent good play in these fights and in these ganks. And it's Burning's problem. I said it earlier, if he doesn't get hexed, there's only one thing really troubling him, that's the Black Hole. And now he can't get hexed anymore with the BKB, so there's only Black Hole to look out for. Faith went for the Blink Dagger build, no BKB on him. He's not going to expect to be able to get a Black Hole even with a BKB against Venge Beast.
Yep. I'm going to say you can't get hexed, but if they jump in fast, Aloe smoke by DK, they're going to make a bit of a move. Super's going to get the best EMP Tornado. At this point, he's only got EMP Cold Snap, so he's got to hold them in place. And YYF already falling back. Ferrari thinks about me a crack. There goes the oldie, and Zippo already on low life. He's on very low life, forced up away. Hand of God plus the make already being popped. And Burning, he is in no man's land. The tower goes down. The Tornado will buy time, but not enough for Long DD. Track is up, slow, sting, scream. Ferrari gets the kill, and this will be an avalanche into the bottom lane.
I have absolutely no idea how that happened. Burning.
How did he get there?
He didn't use his BKB. He didn't use his E-Blade. He might have TP'd straight into a Hex from Chuan, but oh, wow.
This is death. Ferrari, the force up will give a little bit of extra time for ROTK, but entangled as well. Everything's going wrong for DK right now, and IG, they will take this tier 3 tower, and more than likely racks, and maybe more fortification. DK try and slow them down. EMP is there. Faith
Taking a lot of damage.
Got to be careful. He's got to be very, very careful. The tower almost killing him off. Super, he will be killed off. Bounty Hunter gets in there for that one, and the mech charge will pop as well. So heals coming back up for IG. Stunder slowing down the bear. Super has brought back, and maybe Faith, he just blinks and stands there, wondering what the hell to do. Long DD, actually, they're going to fall back out of this one.
They held the racks. This is a big play from DK, in my opinion. I was sure this was going to be barracks for IG, but they keep sending in heroes. They are sacrificing heroes to just waste IG's time, but I'd say wasting these two heroes, well, it's not really a waste because they hold the racks. Trading these two heroes to keep their barracks alive is definitely worth it.
I think the difference is, like, you had the buyback and now you got IG who control everywhere, or not everywhere on the map, but pretty much everything. And Roshan's back up again in 30 seconds.
And I want to say that blink from Enigma in the base that you were like, he blinks in and looks at them. He was 3 mana short of a black hole. He wanted the blink black hole on 2 and he didn't have the mana, and that was the end of that. Would he have gotten that off? That would have been racks for sure, but DK hanging in here with as little as they can right now. This is very, very bad for them right now. 20k of gold and experience almost for IG. And Burning, you've got to say, we said he has to pay that farm back to his team. He hasn't done it. That last game, the last fight was all him, making a terrible mistake getting caught out like that. They lost the tier 2 tower, fair enough. Burning, suiciding, not fair enough. It was started an avalanche, like you said. It was a big mistake from him, and he needs to step it up now. They need 2 big plays in a row now for DK to come back.
They need Roshan. They need Roshan. That's the biggest thing. You see him already preparing and waiting for IG to make a move for it. But IG, it looks like they're not even interested. At the top lane, Zhou, he can push that one out if he wants to pull his bear back. Looks like the bottom lane's already got nice momentum for them. They are watching the middle lane, but they don't want to go into the Roche because they know if they give a good fight to DK, then IG, they could lose towers, they could even lose bottom racks if they're not careful.
Yeah, Burning will be pushing fast with his Morphling with these double auras. We talked about it before. If they get to push, they are very effective at doing so.
Look at the call now from IG. Smoke, move mid, and hunt in the jungle.
This could be good for DK.
Yeah, look, they're prepared. Look at the preparation. It is a trap. This is a full Admiral Akbar trap right now. ROTK, he wants to go on YYF. The water's already up. BKB from Ferrari. There goes the Raw. They want to bring down Zhou. And GODZ is going to keep him alive in the black hole. My Faith, he's got nothing. He has to cancel instantly. They're still looking for one. Quapoldi, he wants a kill. There's only the Vengeful Spirit going down. Zhou, he's on 62. 7 HP. Super wants him. Gets him as well off towards the side. Now Faith, YYF going to return towards the fight. They've already picked up 3 of them. And Faith, where's the hay? He's caught inside the trees. He gets himself back out again though, but 3 heroes lost for DK.
And that was such a good setup for DK,
and it still went against them.
I really feel sorry for Burning there. He got everything off on the Lone Druid with his E-Blade, and Lone Druid has 1/10 of his HP and he can't hit him anymore. He can't do anything more after that, and Joe just running off to the side, staying alive, and they have to bring him down. He's on 1/10 HP. Come on, let's just finish him off, and they all trace him. Die 3 on the hunt. Man, that's gotta hurt.
Oh man, DK, they would have felt so good going into that one, and at the end of the day, IG hit him harder again, and it just keeps dipping and dipping and dipping. But IG, they still need the racks. They still need the racks. You can take as many fights as you want, you can be as far ahead as you want, but they need to get in, push in, and get racks. And do they have the items to do so? Like, we've got Mech already up on Faith. Don't really see the pipe coming up for IG, just to give them that little bit of extra, but we've got 2 BKBs, 1 on Ferrari, 1 on Bounty Hunter, 4 stars for Shadow Shaman too, so he can initiate, and it's not absolutely, oh my god, amazing with their items, but it's enough and it's stable to get in. The AC on the Spirit Bear with the Radiance, that's the bigger player for IG.
Yeah, I think right now, with that Aegis on Joe, that's probably going to be the end of at least 1 lane, because you saw before they tried to go all in on Joe. They know how important it is to bring him down. They didn't do it. Now they can't.
Yeah.
It's simply impossible. So they have to go on the others. And that means they need to sustain against a Bear with Radiance and Kiras and the Orb of Venom to slow them down as well, to keep tracking them down. And even, speaking of tracking, track as well, to just keep the Bear just hunting them. Yep. I mean, this is...
Here we go.
This is difficult for DK. They need to pull off something amazing now.
Super EMP tornado of your life right now. You got to catch him, and there goes a 4-star Finn. That's not where he wanted to be. Chorn was the one getting him out of position. Burning waves over the top. BKB is up. Chorn, he's on really low life. He does go down. Zippo as well. Hand of God and Mag Charge will keep him alive for now. Shadow Shaman Burning. He's still on the run out. YYF's BKB will now wear off. And Burning, He wants to get back out there, and IG, they are repelled now by DK.
Yeah, they got one kill here for the tower. Rebuy from Chuan. They want to go again very, very quickly.
They know Hand of God is down. Hand of God is down. Roar is down as well. Yep.
And Vengeful Spirit Swamp, but that's up again in 15, so that's probably going to be available for the fight. And important that Zippo is level 11 for this.
Also Super, he is just one, like, give him a combo. He's just short of it. The Tornado is trying to stall IG in.
I actually don't think they can get in. As crazy as that might sound.
But you got Axis, you got Tornado, and between the two of those, you're already making it difficult for a creep wave because the creep wave, majority of his life points be gone. And there goes the Howl. That makes it even more difficult. Lower that armor. Bear starts attacking. VS on instantly. Tracks up on Zippo. They want to keep tabs on that Vengeful Spirit. And look at that Rax being melted down. Fortification is forced here by DK, or by EIG. Burning outside the map. And now Zippo will look for him in a big null. There goes Super. That's GG. We are going to 3. DK is wiped.
I take it back. They could go in, all right? They could go in.
And IG.
That was a very wrong call.
IG. It looked like they would be okay, but Burning caught outside. I think VS want to try and make something as well, swapping out, but it just doesn't work. And Sean again with that 4-staff. That was probably what got him out of position. Really, it nailed him first time around. A lot of abilities were popped up by DK and IG. At that point, you just go, well, we were going to get this eventually. All we had to do was just be patient.
Yeah,
they were, but game 3, man. Yeah. Game 3 is going to be coming up soon. Will it be IG? Will it be DK? We're going to find out, guys. We'll be back very, very shortly, but meanwhile, we jump ourselves back to our panel.
Thank you, Toby and Cinderin. And of course, yeah, if any game finished 2-0 today, one team would have really had to overperform, the other team either underperform. So I'm not surprised it's gone to a 1-1 game as IG do tie us up here and force the final match of the best of 3. For you guys, what's the big story in the match?
I feel like actually the Enigma was kind of the biggest deal here. And even though DK, I thought DK actually had a great draft. I thought they picked a fantastic strategy. I mean, Enigma BKB has been the story of a lot of the elimination brackets here. I mean, setting up massive team fights. And DK had a great plan. They decided, okay, we're actually going to pick counters to it. We're going to get Beastmaster Roar, goes through BKB. We're going to get Vengeful Spirit Swap, goes through BKB. And so that kind of forces the Enigma to not get a BKB right. He goes for a mechanism first, which means that the other stuns, like an Invoker, becomes another counter for BKB. Or another counter for Black Hole, rather. Unfortunately, the BKB getting or the Enigma getting tanky because of that mechanism and the patience of the Enigma player. Man, this
Defiance as well.
Yeah, he was so tanky. It was so good. The patience, just waiting it out, never really initiating. Because if you initiate in a Black Hole and you're too early, you're going to ruin a fight.
Yeah, I think the really impressive thing with IG is that they adapted to the draft. I mean, you mentioned Enigma not going for the BKB against the Vengeful Spirit and the Beastmaster. I feel DK didn't do that as much. I mean, they've got the Beastmaster Vengeful Spirit, they've got great counters to the Enigma Black Hole, not to mention these great damage-dealing auras. Morphling goes for an Ethereal Blade. We saw that towards that team fight at the end where the Ethereal comes in, then they don't actually kill the lone druid, and all their damage is physical base, and he's just sitting there in ethereal form, practically invincible. He does ultimately go down, but they chase him so far, that loses DK the fight.
Yeah, you got to use that as a finishing move. I understand wanting to maximize your nuke damage, like on a Laguna Blade, you want to use that as quickly as possible to take a hero down. With an Ethereal Blade, especially on a Syllabear, it can't be Hadouken spam. It needs to be the super to finish the battle.
Yeah, they were very unlucky in one of those team fights where he got away and the whole team crumbled for DK in the original fight. So we do have some highlights to go to, but Bruno, before we do?
Well, we talked a lot about Enigma being the key player and
faith on Enigma.
Yeah, faith on Enigma. I told them they had to do that. But I mean, you know how we talk about Beastmaster being a counter to Enigma, Vengeful Spirit being a counter to Enigma, and they are to a certain extent. Beastmaster wins 58% of game versus Enigma, and Vengeful Spirit wins 55% of those games. But there is something as too much of one thing, and if you put them all together and you fight Enigma, then they do not win. They actually lose 63% of the times. You put them both together and face Enigma.
All right, yeah, it's
interesting, converting too many resources to try and hold back the Enigma.
But it was burning as well in terms of how it was so hard. I feel for burning on decisions on the Ethereal Blade, because I was like, okay, well, if there's no BKB on this Enigma, is it worth him committing to through his BKB and getting the kill and eliminating the Black Hole? But then of course you've got Zoo who's just going to wreck, and you guys actually pointed out, no, not really, because you've still got 2 counters to the Black Hole. And Burning was concentrating his efforts, it looked like, yes, on the Lone Druid, but also sometimes to stop the shackles and the hexes, etc. from that hero.
The guy with the popsicle stick sticking out of his head.
I'm going to remember it now because that's driving me mad.
Shadow Shaman.
Shadow Shaman.
Yeah. I also feel
I
like
added something to the panel. In your face, Toby. Right.
I also feel like Zhou playing the Syllabear was a really big deal here. I mean, he got a pretty quick radiance. I mean, it was, what, 18 minutes? That's not super fast. But anytime you get an entangle on that Morphling, that was a dead Burning. And Burning would wait for him in, go for it. He got entangled, and then insta-dead.
All right, so let's take a look at one of the team fights from the match. I do believe it was the second big team fight here. Oh, no, sorry, this was where
this is the sweet plan by DK. They baited the smoking out. They camped in the jungle. Unfortunately,
look at Zhu.
Immediately, see, this is where Zhou gets nuked, and he doesn't quite go down, so they end up forcing to chase him down. We see the BKB by Yaya Feng here getting a lot of damage. Super is forced to chase a long way, and this allows, we saw on the backside, their Faith is isolating a heroes here, so they're taking down another member of DK, and now the three of them are going to come back on the other side.
So at turret at the back there, the Enigma, the Bounty Hunter, the Shadow Shaman, they actually killed Burning
they
off
got
camera.
a shackle.
So yeah, that was the big thing there that's happening. They spend so many resources chasing down Lone Druid. I mean, you mentioned it's so hard for Burning to decide who to focus, when to use the Ethereal Blade. The decision-making had to be spot on. It wasn't this game. And it really cost them. I mean, you have Queen of Pain going 13-1-15. FERRARI just playing a magnificent game here.
Yeah, at this point, at this level of gameplay, positioning and team fights are the biggest thing. Positioning is such a huge deal. When you have Zhou just pulling all of DK out of position and allowing IG to decimate the back lines, they're going to be ruined.
Yeah, and FERRARI was a big factor as well. Early sheep stick, you can pretty much say, and that really affected Super's game on the Invoker, it seems.
I mean, Invoker, I think actually Super played a decent game. I just feel like they had a rough time.
I think Super didn't play as well as he has in past games with the Invoker here, and I find it really impressive from FERRARI that after that game one where he did play the Queen of Pain, had a bit of an iffy game there. In this game, he plays it again, steps up to the plate, and really, I mean, he got the big stats.
All right then. So before we wrap up game one, what do you finally maybe credit the win to? One of the big factors for IG.
I'm honestly going to say the patience of Enigma. I think the draft went DK's way, but IG played it very patiently and just ground him down.
Enigma and Bounty Hunter. Bounty Hunter, a hero we haven't even talked about really. His tracks just gave him such great control in those fights. I mean, they always had the vision that allowed them to go up into the high ground, always land those black holes once Enigma got the Blink Dagger. And
and if you actually take a look at the GPM, you can kind of see that they actually got a whole lot more GPM across the board. It allows them to get a lot more items. Did I steal that, Bruno? Was that what you were about to say?
If you want, we can just proceed to the game. I don't mind.
My apologies, Bruno.
Bruno's here to watch Dota.
Yeah.
All right, then. So we're going to game number 3 between the two teams once again. And we'll throw it back to the panel just to ask, what do you think needs to change? What do you think these teams are going to bring to the table?
I think DK were probably pretty happy with their draft again. I mean, I feel like DK have had the better draft both games. I just think the execution wasn't quite as good this time. If they go into the third game and they strategize this well and they get this good of a team again, I think they're all right. Money's still on IG.
I disagree slightly. I think DK, like Bruno said with some of his stats here, Beastmaster and Vengeful Spirit, too many eggs into one basket. They put everything into stopping Enigma. He still got some big black holes off. They still had such a great supporting cast. So for game number 3, I think DK, they want to go back to the Anti-Mage, and that comes down to maybe not giving IG Bear, because when IG picked Bear, they said, let's go Morphling instead of Anti-Mage, ban out the Bear, and then try pick up the Anti-Mage for Burning.
Bruno, any predictions?
Yes, there was a hero that was not picked in any of the first 2 games that made a difference for both teams during the tournament so far, and that's Rubik. So if we get some Rubik, that will be very interesting. And that's also a counter to Enigma, you know?
I predict Rubik will continue to get banned.
We're actually on the ban and picks, and we can already say, GODZ said they want to see the Anti-Mage back on DK, but in IG have banned the Anti-Mage. But to tell us more about the bans and picks, and also to bring you the final game here of IG versus DK, it's over to Toby and Cinderin.
All right, we are back here. It is the lower bracket semi-final, game number 3. We get to go 3. IG going up against DK. I am Toby1.